Hello YouTube, this is the SHP and I'm Ben. You have somehow stumbled across one of my videos. You may live to regret that, who knows. But you're here now, so you might as well stay. I guess like a lot of the UK population, I've been thinking about who to vote for, what with the upcoming general elections on June the 8th. Excuse me, I had a hair in my mouth. Sorry about that. Don't know how that got there. Grow up. No. Anyway, back to politics. Yeah, this video, I will talk about a few points about where I just had to load a bit then. I'm sorry about that, the loading was a bit slow. A few points regarding who I will probably be voting for unless I happen to change my mind. But, you know, this isn't a video just to convince, it's not just a party political broadcast to try and convince you that this is what you need to do when it comes to voting, this is who you need to vote for. It's just where my opinions are at, just in case you're interested to know, and just in case I can maybe convince you of why I think this particular party's policies are good. But it's not just going to be about that. This video will be in a couple of parts, as well as doing what I just said about. It will also be looking at something related to the whole voting procedure. Now, basically, I don't know how many of you are aware of John Pye. John Pye is a legend, if you don't know. Absolutely brilliant YouTuber. You might well know him because he's very popular. He has a lot of subscribers. He has a lot of followers, views, etc., etc. His videos are politically based. They're very funny, but he also always, without fails, make a lot of good valued points in between the comedy. So if you haven't already, I recommend checking out Jonathan Pye, to give him his full title. Sorry for calling him John Pye. I'm not on first name terms with him. I don't know why I did that. I stepped over the mark. I'm sorry, Jonathan. I shouldn't assume friendship with you just because I've watched a couple of your videos. We're not on first term basis. In fact, I should be calling Mr. Pye, or maybe even Sir Pye, considering how good his stuff is. So please look at his YouTube videos. Excuse me, I'm just going to crawl out of another YouTuber's backside for a bit and get back to where I was. But no, I generally think he's absolutely brilliant. That's why I want to recommend him. Yeah, so anyway, it was when I was watching one of these videos, said brilliant videos, got to make it out now, said brilliant videos, I came across well, it's his newest video, it was the one from yesterday, and I came across this website he was talking about. It's called voteforpolicies.org.uk, and as Sir Pye was saying himself, sometimes, well, in this situation you may not be sure what leader to vote for. You might not be able to vote for the one you think has the most integrity, who carries himself the best, who feels like a good leader, who has the best personality. You don't, if you can't vote for that, don't vote for that. Vote for the policies. After all, that is what's going to be a big part of whoever gets into the government come election day. So yeah, I thought I would try out this website. Basically what you do is, and you can have a look at the website yourself, you take a quiz, and on that quiz it will, at the end of the quiz, sorry, when you're based on your answers, on what options you choose from each question, it will result in who you should vote for according to the website, based on what policies you selected. So maybe it could challenge who you already would have voted for. Now, if I was to vote today, if voting was just, imagine today, and if come voting day nothing else happens to drastically change my opinion, where my tick will be going will be in for the Reds. Not because it's one of my favourite colours, but because it's for Labour. Currently it's Labour that I'm leaning towards. Yeah, so I would be going Labour. So let's see if this quiz could tell me otherwise. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it shouldn't be Labour. Maybe I got it all wrong. Let's find out. And this just leads me to say, let's be clear that this is the end of this video. There is a comment section if you'd like to leave feedback based on what you thought of this video. There is a subscribe button if you'd like to subscribe to this channel for further updates, and there is a bell notification if you'd like to be notified when said updates happen. I'd just like to leave you with my final thoughts. Well, apparently Corbyn makes a good pot of jam. Does he only use red fruits?
500,000 children in England, 500,000 children, 500,000 children, are now being taught in supersized classes of over 36. It's pretty obvious to me that if you're in a class of 36, you're not going to get a great deal of attention from the teacher compared to if you're in a smaller class of 30 or under. Another 300,000 are in classes between 31 and 36. And it's getting worse and will continue to get worse. It's got to stop. So this election campaign is about our priorities. It is about how we organise and support education. And we don't think it's a good idea to destroy and break up local education authorities and put everything directly between the Department of Education and the schools. I want the community of education, where the whole community is involved in education and schools work with each other rather than compete against each other. Surely that is a better way of doing things.
Now, we didn't hear any specifics from Jeremy Corbyn on what exactly Labour would do when it came to schools, apart from fund them properly. We didn't hear any promises of new money or a figure. The Conservatives are pointing to the Labour-led government